I welcome all brothers and sisters in Mahatma Letters study class organized by Indian section. Let us begin the session by invoking the universal prayer. O hidden life vibrant in every atom, O hidden light shining in every creature, O hidden love embracing all in oneness, may each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Today, Pradip sir will be presenting the Mahatma letters to AP Sinnet, the chronological letter number 118 and 119, which corresponds to Mahatma letters number 96 and 86, edited by Barker, Part 1. Although Pradip sir is well known to the members of the Theosophical Society, even then, I would like to say some sentence for him. He is a national lecturer of Indian section, TS, and a very dedicated theosophist. He continues to do outstanding work for Theosophical Society. Now, I request Pradip sir kindly share the wisdom of the letters. Pradip sir.
Okay. Thank you, Sister Sushma ji. This letter, Mahatma letter 118, which is in fact a very confusing letter as per the Sister Joy Mills. She has written a book known as Reflections on an Ageless Wisdom. Madam Joy Mills, the very first sentence of that book in this letter, letter 118, Madam Joy Mills mentioned here, may seem rather confusing, and we can only speculate why it should come from Master M, who had not been involved with the correspondence for some time. The last letter of the Master M was long back, which is in this chronological letters, it is known as letter number 89. In fact, two important persons of Theosophical Society, Brother George E. Linton and Virginia Hanson, they have prepared a book. In fact, it is compiled, edited by both of them. Reader's Guide to Mahatma Letters to A P Sinnet. In that guide, they mention this letter is a small envelope. Enclosing this letter is preserved in the VM Folio 3. It is addressed in Master M's script. Sinnet Sahib, SQ from M. It has no postmark. You see, the very beginning also, Mahatma, in this letter, because Master M he mentioned that he is not very fluent in writing this letter, so he mentioned something peculiar words. So in this letter, the SQ is referring to Master M sent this letter directly to Brother Sinnet, and it has no postmark. So in this way, you see how the letter was sent at that time to Brother Sinnet. The first part of the letter is a folded sheet of smooth note paper about 5" by 8" what Brother Linton mentioned, relating to description of the letter, which is still preserved in the London Library, and on the basis of what circumstances, in which case this letter was sent. A P Sinnet, I don't know, at that time he was in London, but he was no more the editor of Pioneer newspaper. And Mahatma in previous letter mentioned that the masters are attempted, of course not successful, to publish a newspaper for next. So at that time, A P Sinnet was in London. He evidently was taking some interest in spiritualistic phenomena, which Joy Mills um, in her book is a little critical of this, as well as in theosophical work. So A P Sinnet at such a stage of
Sir, you
Theosophical
are not
Societies.
audible, sir.
Hello?
Sir, you are not audible.
My voice is not audible?
Yes, no, not audible. Now,
Audible, sir.
now it
Audible. Your
is
voice is audible.
Okay,
a
I am
few
repeating
minutes.
again. I am repeating it. A P Sinnet was in London. He evidently was taking some interest in spiritualistic phenomena. Spiritualistic phenomena, which Blavatsky started when Theosophical Society was formed, and Mahatma outrightly rejected this type of work shall not be practiced in a Theosophical Society. But somehow the A P Sinnet was taking some interest in the spiritualistic phenomena as well as in theosophical work. Then subsequently, this brother mentioned, this Linton mentioned that Master M was in Lhasa. Lhasa means capital of Tibet. Master KH was en route to Southeast Asia. Some other works, he has some important works. So Master KH went to Cambodia and Vietnam, some parts of that Southeast Asia, and the founders were in India. Founders mean Blavatsky and all. So in this we have to gather how the mysteriously the letter was issued by Master M, because there was some kind of activities going to happen at CN's room in London by Brother Sinnet, and another gentleman is C.C. Messe, and Istu, another gentleman who is also, and Madam Kingsford, the president at that time, was president of the London Lodge. How this science room or phenomena is creating troubles for the Theosophical Society at the time of formation, how the gentleman whom wrote number of letters like A P Sinnet, he was at that time also interested theosophical activities as well as the spiritualistic activity. Spiritualistic activity means uh, planet call, phenomena, all these things which is not permissible in Theosophical society. So the total letter, though letter number 118, though a very small letter, but you will mark the powers and activity of adept Master M, how he marked the what are the activities going on in lodges, in a different lodges at that time. In London, he was in Lhasa at that time, but he marked everything which is going on in the name of Theosophy. So that was the position in which this letter was issued, and there are many references in there. So I will give some hints on uh, for your little study. Let me present this PowerPoint presentation which I have developed. Yes. This letter number 118 and 119, which is as per the Vic edition. Then letter number which is corresponding to the Barker edition, letter number 96 and 86. Reader's Guide, which I have already mentioned. The powers of an adept, it is addressed as already I have mentioned you for your reference. I am repeating. It is M's script, Sinnet sign, SQ from M. It has no postmark. This creates an impression this letter was not sent through Blavatsky. Master M could Blavatsky is a disciple of Master M. He could have sent through Blavatsky, but Blavatsky and Alcott at in Chennai, Madras, and this Master M directly sent it to ESQ, means directly sent to Sinnet side. Circumstances I have already mentioned. So next point is Joy Mills in her book on an ageless reflection on ageless wisdom says Sinnet was still interested in spiritualistic phenomena in addition to theosophical activities. This letter is concerned for the most part with scenes that Eglinton was holding in Sam Ward's quarters. So this Eglinton, you must have heard, those who are a student of theosophy must have heard this. Eglinton, while he was going from India to England, a letter dropped in his ship. So that Eglinton also has some kind of psychic powers, and Mahatma tried, but Eglinton was not successful to become a disciple because Mahatma sometimes back was thinking of that Eglinton should be replaced Blavatsky. Anyway, that was another part. So we'll go to the next slide. Mahatma, how he addressed this brother Sinnet. My humble pranam sahibs. Your memory is not good. Have you forgotten the agreement made at Prayag? Prayag means present Allahabad. Now it is again changed as Prayagraj. And the passwords that have to proceed every genuine communication coming from us through a bhudak or medium. When bhudak means all of a sudden letter will come, or through medium. Medium means through Blavatsky or anyone. So there are two sources. Immediately the letter will come to you, and or through medium. Medium means through Blavatsky. So there was a password. Password means unless that password is communicated between two persons, nothing will be given to them. That was there. How likely the sense of December 15th of it is received on January 1884 reporting. It is means previous December 1883. Coronated card, my letter and all. Very similar as Piling. Piling is a place in Sikkim. It is a small town, beautiful town. Now it is at that time, maybe it is it was in British India, and we marked that subsequently after 1947, either in the 60s or 70s, it was merged with India. Now it is another state under India. So Pelling is a small town. I have collected some kind photograph for your how this beautiful. It is a Pelling town with a Buddhist statue and also some scenery. Pelling town. So this is the Pelling town Mahatma refers in this letter. Then, yes, it is there in the first a loving greeting from old man. Loni, misspelled as a on card Lonis. Then Sissi Masse, whose name she now never pronounces, and that greeting coming after Shupar when Sissi Masse had already left. This, then my message in a faint hand, when I am at a dead loggerheads with my own. Again, I am made to date my supposed message from Ladakh, December 16th, whereas I swear I was at Chinki, Tibetan word, Lhasa, smoking your pipe. So, Mahatma, at that time, Master K.S. was not available because he has gone to Cambodia, Vietnam parts, means Southeast Asian country. But here, Master M watching in absence of Master K.H. watching the activities of Theosophy members of Theosophical Society in from Ladakh, and this gentleman Eglinton and brother Sinnet, what they are doing at London. You see the distance from Tibet to London, but this time and space, Mahatmas are beyond the time and space. They can watch what is going on throughout the world at that time in Theosophical Society. So, anticipating some kind of problem, Mahatma observing what is going on from Ladakh. Next slide. On one Saturday, and Lord Donovan having failed, why not try again? A solemn evening that Saturday at a Piccadilly over old southern, the mouldy booksellers. New premises well, and felt amused and watched with your leaf. Mahatma watching what is going on at that time. Why feel so disgusted? Spooks means those are creating phenomena through elementals. These elementals are known as spooks. Worked remarkably well, nothing amused by my presence, of which neither Wood nor his bodyguard knew nothing. So Mahatma, even if he was at Ladakh, but he was at that particular place without knowledge of the spooks, the bodyguard, or Eastwood, anybody. No, nothing about that. Then next slide. So, what is the power of adept? Adept power. As a member of Theosophical Society, we know they are the inner founders. Outer founders is Blavatsky and outward. So they have the power to see what the Theosophical Society members, what they are doing. And that's, my attention was attracted by their forging HPV's handwriting. You see, HPV, Master Ames' disciple. She was given training at Tibet by masters. So, if anyone follows the handwriting of Blavatsky, so immediately it bring the attention of masters. Then I put aside my pipe and watched. Mahatma was in a particular place, so he started watching what is going on at CNC or at London by the London members. Too much light for the creatures coming from the Piccadilly Street, though southern emanation help a good deal. I would call you friend, Master Mayer's attention to psychic fact of a rotten emanation. Raise a good church crop. Yes, the room with the windows overlooking Piccadilly is a good place for psychic development. Because Mahatma or the inner founders or outer founders, they are or the other senior members like Subbarao and other members, Damodar, Mavlankar, etc. They are not interested at all this psychic powers to be used uh, by the members, particularly Sinnet, who is direct in touch with Master Cage. But what will happen? That they are doing it, so Mahatma am watching their activities. So, Joy Mill's opinion on this particular matter. So, whatever Joy Mills wrote in her book, I collected it, how Mahatma watching it. Evidently, whenever their attention is turned, it is the power of Mahatmas, towards some event, the adepts are able to there go in some manner. Watch, listen to the proceedings, perhaps creating a Mayavi Rupa. What is Mayavi Rupa? An illusory form composed of astral mental matter for the purpose. This seems to be one of the siddhis or powers of adept. So, in this statement, Joy Mills, who clarified the role of adept. Suppose adept, even if the ear they are in Tibet, but when attention was drawn, because that was the power, that is the power they have. They can go there in some manner, watch or listen to the proceeding, what is going on in that room. And through a Mayavi Rupa. Mayavi Rupa, what is Mayavi Rupa? an illusory form composed of astral mental matter for the purpose. So within a flash of second, they are there. Means Master M was there. Next, we will go to the next slide. Here, Mahatma was critical of Eglinton. Poor entrenched wretch means poor, miserable person known as a wretch. We wish to state to prevent any future misunderstanding that whatever phenomena may present themselves to you this evening, we are in no way responsible for them, have no hand in their production. Mahatma clear-cut message to the members of Theosophical Society. There is no question of any kind of phenomena produced by the masters. It is this Eglinton and also Brother Sinnet, they are doing all these things. So Mahatma clearly mentioned that this is a pure self-abnegation. It means I have not done. Modesty is no mean. But the Eglinton and others, they are projecting that it is done by the great ones or the inner founders. He paced the room and I followed from a distance. Mahatma observing everything from a distance. Then Mahatma, in this letter, further mentioned the clock's silvery tongue strikes 10, 15, and Master K.H. form descending a hill on horseback. He is in the far-off woods of Cambodia now. At that time, Master's, this phenomena is showing Master is descending from a hill on horseback. But Mahatma mentioned that he is in far-off woods of Cambodia. Cambodia is near extreme end of Philippines, Vietnam, in between, and is supposed to cross the horizon of Uncle Sam's vision and disturb the activity of the Pisachas, means those who are mediums of dark forces. So Mahatma mentioned all these things for to know the exact position of Master K.H., what he was doing. Then now, Sahib, you must not be too hard upon the wretched young fellow. He was utterly irresponsible on that night. Mahatma M told it to to Brother Sinnet that he was utterly irresponsible on that night. Of a course, he's belonging to your London Lodge Theosophical Society is pure nonsense for a paid and suspected medium is no peer for the English gentleman. So Mahatma always critical of this phenomena. So it is our duty of the at least present Theosophical Society members that it is the activities of some mediums who created all this problem for the Theosophical Society at that time when society was formed. Yet, Mahatma's second point in this slide, yet he is honest in his way. However much K.H. made fun of him in his card addressed to the Gordons that all of you took seriously at that time. He is really honest in his way and to be pitied. In this letter, he mentioned that. Next slide. Mahatma mentioned that who produced the phenomena, he is a poor epileptic subject to fits, especially on the days when he is expected to have dinner with you. I mean to ask Case to beg a favor from Master Ward to save the poor wretch miserable person from two elementaries which have fastened upon him like two barnacles. Barnacles means in a deep sea, you will find many unwanted things are attached with the particular. So these two elementaries Mahatma mentioned They are the barnacles. We'll go to the next slide. Oh, oh, to the spiritualist. You see, there are two types of spiritualist who is always uh, more interested in this kind of phenomena, in kind of afterlife experiences. All these things are relating known as a spiritualist. Still, there are members of Theosophical Society now. They are more interested in this type of activity, phenomena, or mediums, or all these things. So Mahatma here given clear instruction for the members of the Theosophical Society what they should do now. Theosophical Society is going to complete 150 years. The originality of the Theosophical Society is still intact. And those who are interested in this spiritualist movement, in this phenomena, psychic power, they are not in the society, even if they are members, but they are not in actually in the sincere in their activities. So Mahatma further mentioned their karma is heavy with the ruin of men and women. They entice into mediumship. So those who are engaged in this spirituality activity, even if they are doing like Sinnet, some kind of theosophical work, but their karma is heavy. They have to face the karma because they are ruining the men and women, and then throw off to starve like a toothless dog. Toothless dog. The dogs, they require tooth to eat. So when this gentleman, when this mediumistic spiritualist person, they creating phenomena, attracting, now there are many gurus attracting people in the name of a spiritualist, Kundalini, Chakra, all these things, that creates problem and you will be ruined. One gentleman asked Krishnamurti about the chakra, power, psychic power, all these things. Krishnamurti told him that when I am going to show you the light of your light, like sunlight, you are asking for a matchlight. So that is the, and Mahatma further mentioned in the forefront, at any rate, asking for the card of Upasika with her alleged writing on it. So that was the password, or that was the test one required to get something, some kind of spiritualism. There are two words, spiritualist and spiritualism. It is a good thing to keep and show occasionally to the meshe of the London Lodge who believe pure lies and will suspect fraud where none is meant. Here another hints given about the role of messe, Sisi messe. There are still many people in our Theosophical Society, they believe in the pure lies and fraud, which is not available for them in the Theosophical Society. Next slide. Then Mahatma mentioned that you are at liberty to regard me as nicer and savage, Sahib. The Britishers are on their own, so they always told to others, Mahatma should come and show their powers, etc., etc. And as they are not ready to come to help this Sinnet and Hume, so they are mentioning as a Niger. Niger means the poor Indians, all these things, and savage people. Mahatma further mentioned, but though I am the first to advise Mrs. K, Mr. Kingsford, Mrs. Kingsford, the president of the London Laws, re-election means she is supposed to be get re-elected, but Senate, after returning from India, he was planning to become the president of a Theosophical Society. As each lodge has a constitution in which every year president, secretary, treasurer is supposed to be get elected. So here the next letter will go through how Madam Kingsford is attracted by her activities uh, in in public activities, how the great Mahachan was attracted by her activities. So here Mahatma mentioned, Master M mentioned that he was interested that case re-election. So further he mentioned, I would nevertheless I would soon trust West's clairvoyance than Mrs. Kingsford's or other her rendering her vision, but this will not stop. So these are the interesting letters. I am now completed this small letter. Rather, it is confusing, but it giving hints that even if Mahatmas having full power, they can watch the activities of members of Theosophical Society. And at that time, when in absence of Master Cage, one of her close Master M, was the activities of the London Laws, and they are not happy with the way this Brother Sinnet doing two things. One is spiritualistic activities, means calling for phenomena, science room, etc., etc. And another is theosophical activities. So most two things are very important in these small confusing letters. One is the powers of the adept. The powers are still there, but as the present members of Theosophical Society may not be aware of it, but in the latest book by Joy Mills, reflection on this interesting commentary, Reflections on an Ageless Wisdom, she clearly mentioned these powers are there and we should be aware of it. They particularly very important sentence she mentioned, this theosophical student has a responsibility to point out whenever possible the risk involved, means risk involved for your interest in psychic powers, your interest side by side towards phenomena as well as Theosophical Society. So she further mentioned today, Joy Mills mentioned, to the hungering for phenomena and interest in developing mediumistic activities, abilities continues among the members of Theosophical Society. May not be with us, but there are many who are doing many kinds of activities except study, meditation, selfless service. They are doing a lot of works except reading theosophical books. So that is taking away from the mainstream of the Theosophical Society. And such that warnings about the dangers continue to be relevant now. So each and every sincere Theosophical Society member should be aware of that none should be more towards that phenomena or mediumistic activities shall continue with us. Another is the powers of the Mahatma. This small letter I conclude. Thank you very much for watching this program.
Thank you, sir. We have benefited a lot by your insightful observation and presentation of these letters. Now I request Meenakshi ji for Hindi translation.
नमस्ते, थैंक यू ब्रदर महापात्रा जी। आज हम क्रोनोलॉजिकल लेटर नंबर 118 ले रहे हैं, जो कि मास्टर एम AP सिनेट को लिखते हैं। सिनेट थियोसॉफी के कार्य के साथ साथ पारलौकिक घटनाओं में भी रुचि रखते थे, और यह पत्र कुछ हद तक सैम गॉड के घर में विलियम एग्लिंगटन द्वारा आयोजित एक सियांस से संबंधित है। उस समय मास्टर के एच साउथ ईस्ट एशिया के दौरे पर थे और मास्टर एम नासा में थे और TS के फाउंडर्स अडेयर में थे। मास्टर एम सिनेट से कहते हैं कि आपकी स्मृति ठीक नहीं है। क्या आप प्रयाग में किए गए समझौते और उन पासवर्ड को भूल गए हैं जो अचानक भूत डाक या एक मीडियम द्वारा हमारे हर खरे पत्र व्यवहार से पहले होना चाहिए? दिसंबर 15 को हुए सियांस के शानदार कार्ड, मेरे पत्र और बाकी सब कितने एक जैसे हैं, एक समान, जैसे एक विदेशी पंडित कहता वैसे आप कहेंगे। हाँ, पहले HPB से लूनी को प्यार भरा अभिवादन, कार्ड पर लुइस करके गलत लिखा था। फिर CCM को वह अभिवादन जिसका नाम वह अब लेती नहीं है, वह रात्रि भोज के बाद आया था, जब सीसी मेसी पहले ही जा चुके थे। फिर जाली हाथों द्वारा मेरा संदेश, जब मेरे हाथ कार्य में व्यस्त थे। फिर लद्दाख से मेरा तथाकथित संदेश, जिसकी तारीख दिसंबर 16 बताई गई, जबकि कसम से मैं लासा में था। आपने दिया हुआ पाइप ओढ़ रहा हूँ। आगे वे कहते हैं कि उस शनिवार पिकाडेली स्थित पुराने सोदन बुक शॉप के ऊपर की गंभीर शाम, मैं परिसर को अच्छी तरह से जानता था और मुझे रोचक लगा, और आपको वहां से निकलता हुआ देख रहा था। आप इतने हताश क्यों हुए? स्पूक्स ने उल्लेखनीय रूप से अच्छा काम किया। मेरी उपस्थिति से बिल्कुल घबराए नहीं थे। मेरी उपस्थिति के बारे में न तो विलियम एग्लिंगटन और न ही उनके बॉडीगार्ड को कुछ पता था। उन्होंने HPB की लिखावट की नकल करने पर मेरा ध्यान आकर्षित हुआ। फिर मैं अपना पाइप एक और रखकर देखने लगा। पिकाडेली स्ट्रीट से आने वाले जीवों के लिए बहुत ज्यादा रोशनी थी, हालांकि सोदेरन के इमेनेशन ने काफी मदद की। मैं आपके मित्र मिस्टर मायर्स का ध्यान खराब उत्सर्जन के साइकिक तथ्य की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहूंगा। हम भविष्य में किसी भी गलतफहमी को रोकने के लिए यह बताना चाहते हैं कि आज शाम जो भी घटनाएं आपके समक्ष होंगी, हम उसके लिए किसी भी तरह से जिम्मेदार नहीं है और उनके निर्माण में हमारा कोई हाथ नहीं है। यह शुद्ध इनकार है, इसका दूसरा नाम विनयशीलता नहीं है। विलियम एग्लिंगटन कमरे में गश्त लगाता रहा और मैं दूर से ही उसका पीछा करता रहा। घड़ी 10:15 दर्शा रही है, 10:15 दर्शा रही है, और KH घोड़े पर सवार पहाड़ी से उतर रहे हैं। अब वे कंबोडिया में दूर दूर के जंगल में हैं और वे अंकल सैम के विजन के क्षितिज को पार करने की संभावना है और पिशाचों की गतिविधि में बाधा होगी। साहिब, अब आपको उस बेचारे नौजवान विलियम एग्लिंगटन पर बहुत ज्यादा सख्ती नहीं बरतनी चाहिए। वह उस रात बिल्कुल ही गैर जिम्मेदार नहीं था, गैर जिम्मेदार था। बेशक उसका आपके लंदन लॉज थियोसॉफिकल सोसाइटी से जुड़ा होना बिल्कुल ही निरर्थक है, क्योंकि एक वेतनभोगी मीडियम अंग्रेजी सज्जनों के बराबर नहीं होगा। फिर भी वह अपने तरीके से सच्चा है। और KH ने गॉर्डन को संबोधित अपने कार्ड में उसका कितना भी मजाक उड़ाया हो, जिसे आप सभी ने गंभीरता से लिया था, वह अपने तरीके से वाकई सच्चा है और उस पर दया की जानी चाहिए। मुझे KH को मिस्टर वॉर्ड से एक अनुग्रह करने के लिए कहना है। वह यह कि उस बेचारे एग्लिंगटन को 2 एलिमेंटरी से बचाना है, जो 2 समुद्री कीड़ों की तरह उससे चिपटे हुए हैं। अध्यात्मवादियों का धिक्कार है। उनके भारी कर्म है, जिसमें उन पुरुष और महिलाओं का विनाश शामिल है, जिन्हें वे मीडियम बनने के लिए लुभाते हैं और फिर उन्हें बिना दांत वाले कुत्ते की तरह भूखा मरने के लिए ठुकरा देते हैं। किसी भी तरह उससे उपासिका का कार्ड मांगे, जिस पर उसकी कथित लिखावट है। इसे अपने पास रखकर कभी कभी लंदन लॉज के मेसी की तरह के लोगों को दिखाना अच्छी बात है, जो सफेद झूठ पर विश्वास करते हैं और धोखाधड़ी होने का संदेह करते हैं, जब ऐसा है ही नहीं। आप मुझे नीगर और बर्बर असभ्य मानने के लिए स्वतंत्र हैं, लेकिन हालांकि मैं मिसेस के फिर से चुनाव की सलाह देने वाला पहला व्यक्ति हूँ, फिर भी मैं मिसेस के या उनके द्वारा अपने विजन्स की प्रस्तुति की तुलना में विलियम एग्लिंगटन के क्लेयरवॉयंस अतीन्द्रिय दृष्टि पर अधिक भरोसा करूंगा, लेकिन यह जल्द ही बंद हो जाएगा। थैंक यू। नमस्ते।
Yes, Sushma ji.
Thank you, Meenakshi ji, for your excellent Hindi translation. Now the forum is open for discussion. Participants can ask questions, or if they want to add something, they are most welcome.
Yes. Okay, Sushma ji, there is. Yes, Sindet sir is coming. Yes, sir.
Yes, Shinde sir is there.
Yeah.
Sir, do you want to add something?
Now, sir, you can open. Sir, you can open. Sorry.
Yeah. Very nicely explained. It is difficult to explain, actually. If our intention is good,
Yes.
if our intention is to seek the truth, no difficulty will come. That is what masters want to tell us. Don't go to seek the psychic powers, etc., etc. Look at your intention and go ahead. And for that purpose, they might have written this one. Otherwise, Master M never tried to give any, but HPB also, after that psychic powers, to prove to the people that there are such kind of psychic powers, but don't be after them. Keep your intention good to seek the truth, then nature will support you. That is what the message from such letters they want to convey. Otherwise, AP Sinnet was very eager to know all phenomenon. Even his occult life book, here, there also, and it impressed Annie Besant also. Occult life book, when Annie Besant read, she was also very eager to know more and more truth of all these phenomena. But Master directed not towards this. Keep your intention good, then nature will help you, and don't be after this. This is what Theosophical Society is intended. That's what just I want to add, because this letter itself is, as you said, it is confusing. But we will
Yes.
take it in this direction, I think.
Yes,
Thank
right.
you, Pradip. Very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Anyone
Yeah.
else? Sir, I think if we want to tread in the path of spirituality, we are supposed to be very careful about our actions. And there is vast difference between spiritualism and
Yes.
spirituality.
Yes.
Spiritualism is a phenomena, a planchet calling, sorcery, and spirituality means to to go near our spirit, to realize our spirit. So there are vast difference between spiritualism and spirituality. So I learned these difference between two words.
That is why HPB spiritualized the spiritualism. Spiritualized the spiritualism.
Ji,
She changed all
ji,
this spiritualism into towards the real spirit. Yeah, very good,
ji.
Sushma. Very good.
Ji.
Yes, Sashaji can now close.
Okay. If there is no question, we will proceed for closing prayer. Asato ma sadgamay, tamso ma jyotirgamay, mrityorma amritam gamay. From the unreal lead us to the real, from darkness lead us to light, from death lead us to immortality. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyid दुर्भाग भवेत. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, sir, and thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining.